I'm just now getting around to Malediction. There's a lot on my list. I have Fang, Word of Crota, there's 3 snipers, when they come out, Horror Story, and Jurassic Green, Pony the Stag, and more. They did a great job with this weapon. This is the seasonal weapon that you get from any track. Then you can get the weapon ornament for whichever one that you wanted. They did such a good job with Perk synergy, and actually the other combination is the one that I like the most. Very, very clever in a number of ways. A Kinetic 120 RPM hand cannon, it has all 4 origin traits that we'll go over. And as far as the stats that it's given, we have Fluted Barrel, Flared Magwell, Stability Masterwork. 61 range, 49 stability, 47 handling, 43. So all of it's pretty midline, even the range. 61 range. When it comes to the Crucible, it's got 35.2 meters of fall off. That mid range is 30 to 40. Again, right in the middle. We have 2 choices in the 3rd and 4th columns. In the 3rd, we have Discord. Final blows with another weapon grant this weapon increased aiming down sight speed, increased accuracy, and airborne effectiveness for a short time, and while Discord is active, final blows refund ammo. Next, Enlightened Action, dealing damage improves reload speed and handling, and in the 4th, we have Harmony. Final blows with other weapons improve this weapon's damage and performance for a short duration, and explosive payload. Projectiles create an area of effect detonation on impact. This weapon, again, it's mid-line, but it's kind of niche in a lot of different ways. And it's also a weapon that's just stellar if you use it in your loadout. It has PvP and PvE qualities. A lot of people are in love with Enlightened Action explosive payload, and it makes sense. Explosive payload creates 2 hits on the target. That counts as Enlightened Action. With a 3 tap, that's 6 hits. That means you're going to have a fast reload to your next one, and you're also going to have increased handling, which is your ADS speed and your stow speed. On a hand cannon, explosive payload, somewhat of a dying perk. There's 15 hand cannons with them, and of course we know Fatebringer. Rose, Nation of Beast, Targeted Redaction. Those are some of the new ones, but old, Bottom Dollar, Criminal's Dagger, Loud Lullaby, Trust, Zeoli's Bane, Vulpecula. As far as the newer weapons that have come out in this class, 120, you'd have to go back for a Loud Lullaby with explosive payload. Otherwise, like this one right here, an old True Prophecy. It's a dual threat, PvE, 30% increased damage. In the Crucible, it has no fall off. So even though the max range is that 35.5 meters, that split bullet is still always going to do its number no matter where you get the hit from. Pairs excellent with sniper rifles, things like that. All around solid perk for this frame. A lot of consistency with it. That's never a bad thing. Enlightened Action with it. Again, fast reload. It makes this thing look like a 140 when you reload it. At least. And they paid special attention to that because they added Flared Magwell to help its base reload speed get up. That way Enlightened Action feels even better. A lot of people use this, PvE and the Crucible. Nothing wrong with that. And it's special, again, explosive payload, the 2 bullets. As long as you're hitting targets, you're always going to have that fast reload. It's not like an outlaw. It's not like a rapid hit. You just need to deal damage, land bullets on them, and every time you land a bullet, it's 2 hits. So it's great. But I actually want to flip to the other role that's on this thing, Discord Harmony. Talk about PvP first, then go into PvE with it with some different weapons to pair it with. Both of these perks require a kill with another weapon. So as far as the Crucible, let's not act like we're not running around with shotguns or SMGs or sidearms, whatever it is. That's what you want to do with this thing. And in the gameplay, I'm running another Harmony weapon, Shira's Wrath. So I get a kill with Shira. When I switch to this weapon, it has increased ADS speed, increased accuracy, increased AE, and while Discord is up, it lasts for around 7 seconds or so, matches up with Harmony pretty much. Final blows refund ammo. And since I got a kill with another weapon, Harmony, 20% more damage. We also have a little bit of stacking going on. Harmony lasts for 7 seconds. It gives plus 15 handling with that 20% more. That's going with the ADS from Discord. It just feels souped up. Now, if you play it right, and in some gameplay, I am running it with the Radiant Frosty Hunter, so get a kill with Shira, dodge, or dodge into the Shira. When I switch to Discord, I have 2 taps that refund ammo, and when I'm done with my 2-tap streak, I switch to Shira that has Harmony. So I can kind of bounce back between the 2. And when you look at Discord Harmony specifically, there are some weapons that can do this, but not really as lethal. There's Chattering Bone, Glissando, Messenger, yeah, but Messenger has its own stuff that make it just really, really good, such as Headseeker or Kill Clip. The only other 120 with it is something new. That's the Stasis one. It should be coming back, but Discord Harmony is actually really special. And yes, in a lot of the gameplay, I am pairing it with the Radiant Frosty Hunter, but it deals 96 to the head. And that was still 2-tap, 5 resilience and below for a 0.5 TTK. In the gameplay with the Hunter, sometimes I'm getting Harmony Radiant with either the hand cannon or Shira, sometimes both. I'll go back to back. Really, really deadly, really, really fun, and not many weapons can do it like this, especially with your 96 crits, having Discord, when you get the final blow, you're never having to reload in that moment. It's just really, really good. And as far as PvE, you can kind of do the same thing. Something like this Last Man Standing. It's full choke, assault mag, subsistence, Discord. So getting the final blows with this thing is make it to where I can refund a special ammo bullet when I get kills with it. And it's also adding in subsistence. Defeating targets partially reloads the magazine from reserves. A really great play loop. Double Discord. And in this case, one's giving ammo back with the Discord, loading in subsistence, and the other one's doing the harmony damage. You just kind of play off both of them. I actually enjoyed this a lot more. And with that said, Enlightened Action Explosive Payload is an awesome combination. It competes because of Explosive Payload, and there's a lot of things for it to compete with. Igneous Hammer is one of the biggest examples of a competing 120. Yeah, they're in different slots, but they still have some inner archetype competition. So yes, even though I'm a little bit late getting to this thing, they did really, really well with it. And they're actually really mindful of it. They gave it Flared Magwell to help it out even more. And on the other side, I believe it's special in its own right, Discord Harmony. And if you haven't tried this perk roll yet, load up a match or go into PvE, pair it with another Harmony weapon or pair it with another Discord weapon or both if you can, and see what the playstyle is all about. We have Wildcard, and in the Crucible, it drops 3 Telesto bullets after the final blow. They do 40 apiece. In some cases, you might be able to shift TTKs. And Wildcard in PvE, yeah, it's only dropping 1 possibly, but if you have Harmony up, it's going to do 20% more damage than it did. Vanguard's Vindication, final blows of this weapon grant a small amount of health. One Quiet Moment, far away from combat, get a faster reload speed, and then Gun and Run. Rapidly defeating targets with this weapon grants bonus sprint speed. Let's remember these track weapons. They're supposed to be good, but not great. Sometimes they do niche things that can be a little bit better or a little bit above average, like I believe Discord Harmony is. But most of the time, it's a track weapon that all players can get, and you don't have to do anything special. You're just going to get the weapon playing the game and the playlist that you want, which is always a good thing. At the core of it, at the heart of it, it's good. It's going to win you duels in PvP. It's going to be lethal in PvP, depending on what combination you go with. And in PvE, it's reliable with explosive payload and that damage. Or you can go Discord Harmony. In the end, though, a lot of players, and I get it, it depends on what you have. And hey, Igneous Hammer's in the game, and Igneous Hammer, and how I said this thing's midline, Igneous Hammer's well above midline. So that's the issue for weapons like this. But that isn't to say that you can't outduel Igneous Hammers, because you can. You just have to be a little bit more mindful of your ranges and things like that. And like I said, PvE-wise, EP is kind of tough to compete with Fatebringer, but maybe you don't have a good Fatebringer, or you don't have that old True Prophecy, or Kreml, or Loud Lullaby. It's going to slot in right in that slot for you, and it's going to do great. So I have nothing bad to say about it. I love the model. It's the bottom dollar model. It feels great to shoot, and you see results. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about this hand cannon down below. Let's remember what it is, what it's supposed to be. It is essentially a free weapon for everybody. But I think this thing actually outperforms that midline a little bit. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it though. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.